Hello and welcome to cryptoTV. I'm your news host Parvati Nirvan and let's get into the world of crypto with English News Bulletin. Let's have a look at the headlines first. Terra buys additional $1.5 billion worth of BTC for its reserve. Cryptocurrencies plunge on risk aversion. Bitcoin falls below $37,000. India's Parliamentary finance body Chides crypto industry in meeting. Blockchain investment firm launches $200 million fund for mid-growth crypto. Argentina blocks financial institution from offering crypto. IMF warns Central African Republic against Bitcoin adoption. Curve Finance integrates with Near's Aurora network. SEC approves Valkyrie's Bitcoin future ETF. Luna Foundation Guard, a Singapore-based non-profit tied to the Terra Luna ecosystem, has raised another $1.5 billion to further expand its already hefty Bitcoin reserves. The raise allowed LFG to acquire 37,863 BTC via over-the-counter swaps with broker Genesis Trading and an additional purchase from 3 Arrows Capital, a leading crypto venture capital firm. The specific breakdown of the deal included a $1 billion over-the-counter swap with Genesis for $1 billion in USD and a $500 million BTC purchase from 3 Arrows Capital, the company disclosed Thursday. LFG now holds roughly $3.5 billion worth of BTC, which puts it among the top 10 holders in the world. Do Kwon, the CEO of Terraform Labs, has stated that his goal is to build up a Bitcoin stash that rivals that of Satoshi Nakamoto, the digital asset pseudonymous creator. Cryptocurrencies fell, mirroring stocks amid mounting concerns of Federal Reserve's ability to soft land the economy amid resurging inflation and concerns over likely slowing of economic growth. Bitcoin, the biggest cryptocurrency, fell below $37,000. US stock markets suffered their worst day of the year on Thursday, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average tumbling by over 3%, the broader market S&P 500 and tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite falling 3.5% and 4.9% respectively. Tech stocks were particularly hard hit, with Amazon dropping 7.6% and Tesla falling 8.3%. However, the accentuated selling in Bitcoin was cushioned by renewing buying interest from the Luna Foundation Guard. On Thursday, the foundation reported that it has acquired $1.5 billion in Bitcoin to bolster the reserve of its Terra stablecoin. The purchase was conducted using over-the-counter swaps, which included 1 billion Terra USD for $1 billion worth of BTC. Afterward, the foundation purchased an additional $500 million worth of BTC. Bitcoin was recently seen trading at around $36,300, down over 8% in the past 24 hours. Ether, the second biggest cryptocurrency, was around $2,700, down over 7% in the similar time period. Other major altcoins too tumbled by as much as more. Representatives of the Indian crypto industry met with criticism from the country's Parliamentary Finance Committee for failing to address the concerns raised by the government and other regulators. The parliamentary panel met with representatives of crypto industry in Bengaluru on Wednesday. This was the second meeting between the two parties, but the first outside the national capital and therefore considered informal and private in nature. A number of representatives from other finance sectors also met with the committee. Reports said that the committee was reportedly displeased with the industry's focus on advocacy rather than a plan to deal with risks like terrorism financing and money laundering. The committee also asked why crypto and blockchain need to be dealt with together, with industry representatives needing to explain how tokenization takes place on blockchains. The panel did not address the industry's concern about the new tax rules in India and instead directed the crypto industry to discuss the issue with the country's finance minister. Blockchain CoInvestors, a blockchain investment firm with more than $450 million in asset under management, has launched a $200 million mid-stage growth fund providing exposure to emerging blockchain companies. The new nine-figure fund serves as the latest example that the venture capital sector's rush into crypto hasn't slowed down just yet. The new blockchain CoInvestors 6 will invest in 20 to 30 projects with attractive return profiles and visible paths to liquidity. The mid-stage nature of the fund means backing Series B, C, and D funding rounds. Argentina's central bank has barred financial institutions from allowing their clients to carry out operations using digital asset in a bid to mitigate the risk associated with operations associated with the assets. The move comes just days after two Argentinian banks said they had opened up crypto trading to their clients. On May 2nd, the major private bank Banco Galicia and All Digital Bank both announced they would offer crypto trading to customers through the investment portals on their websites. But now the central bank said that the financial entities in the country cannot allow this kind of service since crypto assets are not regulated. The International Monetary Fund has warned that the adoption of Bitcoin as legal tender by the Central African Republic presents a number of challenges, including financial instability. The global authority expressed the same concern that it did when El Salvador adopted Bitcoin, namely macroeconomic and legal worries. Ranking among the poorest nations in the world, the nation last week became the second to adopt cryptocurrency after El Salvador. The IMF, which works to promote sustainable growth and sound monetary policy for member states, said that the CAR's adoption of Bitcoin as legal tender raised major legal transparency and economic policy challenges. However, the Central African Republic government said that the adoption of Bitcoin will spur the economy's recovery and growth, as well as help stabilize the country, which has been ravaged by a decade-long civil war. Curve Finance, a decentralized exchange that focuses on stablecoin swapping, has integrated with Near Protocol's Ethereum virtual machine layer called Aurora. Aurora is an EVM built on the Near Protocol, offering full Ethereum compatibility, low transaction cost, and trustless bridging, according to its website. Near's DeFi hub Proximity Labs will allocate up to $7.5 million in grants to Curve to help establish its presence in the Aurora ecosystem. Curve's moves come amid increasing demand for Aurora, with DeFi protocols such as Origami, Bastion, and Trisolaris all choosing the platform to build on. Aurora has raised $1.3 billion in total value locked and is ranked 12th among the top decentralized finance protocols. Valkyrie's XBTO Bitcoin Futures is the latest exchange-traded fund to win approval from the US Securities and Exchange Commission. In addition to the latest approval from 2Cream's Bitcoin Futures ETF, XBTO is the only second ETF to get the SEC's nod under the older law. Valkyries now provides investors the Valkyrie Bitcoin Strategy ETF, which primarily invests in Bitcoin futures contracts. Additionally, the Valkyrie Bitcoin Trust is available only to accredited investors and invest in Bitcoin. After blanket dismissal by the SEC for being too risky, the recent approval of what is now 233 Act Bitcoin Futures ETFs will raise industry hopes that a spot Bitcoin ETF approval can happen in the near future. That's all for today's news. For daily news and updates of crypto world, don't forget to watch English News Bulletin twice a day only on cryptoTV. I'm your news host Parvati Nirban signing off for now. See you tomorrow and have a wonderful day.